Morning troops, another day, another drain, and today we're putting to the test the old fishing saying, effort equals reward. I was working all last night, so, and officially this is my only day off, back to work tomorrow on a day shift, so I'm snookered really. I have to go, if I want to go fishing this week, today's the only day I can do it, so hour and 15-minute drive back from work, 40-minute walk with a barrow and all the gear, and an hour cutting out the swim. So we're out. So I put a lot of graft in just to get the rods in the water. So I could have gone somewhere where the swim was already cut out and I've already caught fish this season, but I wanted to prep this. I wanted to fish this stretch anyway, and I needed to prep a couple of swims, so might as well do it, get it done. Get it done, head down, full in a china shop, get it done. So yeah, we got our swim cut out. So it's another day, another drain. It's club water. It's very narrow, very shallow, very clear. I've picked a swim because the sun will come up behind me. I've picked a swim with a few trees to block out the sun, hopefully to give the fish a bit of shelter, a bit of shade, and then maybe a bit of confidence in feeding. That's my plan. So I've got 3 rods out at the moment, right, left and middle, as where else can they go? But I might bring the middle one in. I put so much graft in getting the rods out, I thought I'd just stick 3 rods out now, just to see if anything's around. So it is a little bit tight, so I should probably bring the middle one in at some point. I've got plenty of water, don't get me wrong. So just depends how, with anything, whether the pike are biting or not. If there's any pike here, I haven't seen any signs of any fish, silverfish or pike, the whole stretch I walked. So I don't know. It's going to be a bright, hot, sunny day. Been up all night, grumpy old git. No, I'm not actually. I'm out on the bank, so I'm happy as Larry. I don't know what I'll be like later, but I say it's my only day off. I'm back to work tomorrow on the day shift, so we're going to get our breakfast gear down the bank, have a little sit down. I'll show you the swim, and then I can have some breakfast. Hopefully I'll be disturbed by a run from a 20 or a 30, because they do go in here 20s and 30s. So 30s ain't come out for a lot of years though, so realistically, if we get a double, a mid double, it'd be good. If we get a 20, it'd be a cracking day. So without further ado, let's show you this swim. Well, there's a swim. That was what all the hard work was for. Very tight, very narrow. I've got 3 rods out. Plenty of space for the baited rigs in the water. Not much room on the bank. That's taken me an hour to clear that bit out. So we're gonna relax, settle down, have a bit of breakfast, and hopefully catch some pike. Put in a lot of effort this morning. Does effort equal reward? We'll see. There's the right hand rod. At the moment I've got it far bank, whole herring, single curved hook, mounted hair rig style. My normal setup, my go-to setup. I'm not using trebles anymore. Ah, there it is. So strange how you can't pick it up on the camera. You can see it clear, crystal clear with your eyes, but you can't. There's the middle rod. Whole Joey mackerel. Bang centre of the track. See if anything's passing by. And the left hand rod down in the margin in front of the reed bed with the shade of the overhanging tree. They were free baits in. That's a whole sardine. Again, they're all mounted single curved hook, size 4. Air rig style. Let's see what the morning brings. Time for a bit of breakfast, I think. Whew. Getting too old for this lark. Crunch time now. I mean, after half hour I had a recast, cast my middle rod out. Thought I'd go a bit further out, and I could see me dead bait come to a rest on top of the weed. So I thought, oh God, man. So I've got no way knowing how my bait is sitting on the far bank or too far away. So I had to bite the bullet, get the rake out and rake 3 clear distinct spots. So that's what I'll be fishing to, them 3 spots now. So I'm stuck with 3 rods. I was going to just use 2 and move them around quite a lot, but there's too much weed. It's choked with weed. It's too early in the season really, but I wanted to sort of like do a bit of a recce on here and see what it was like. I've fished 1 swim, I fished this place 3 times. First time I fished it, I caught. I'll leave a link up there. That's my I made a video about dead baiting for pike, the basics. So we had a fish out. The other 2 times I fished it, I've only fished it in the mornings, and both times actually I've had runs and missed them, and then once the sun got up, the swim went dead. Now I'm buggered. I've excuse my French, but you know, it took me so long to walk along here, cut the swim out. By the time I got ready, the sun was up. That's why I picked a swim with some trees in, to cast a shadow over the water. So, but I'm very limited now to where I can fish. I've got 3 clear, distinct spots. Got the bait in there. About 4 foot of water, 3-4 foot, that's all. I reckon it's about 3.5 foot. I haven't plumbed it. I've got my stop knot set at 4 foot, and that's just over depth. So that's how I like my stop knots, just over depth. So I've got 3 baits out still. Yeah, so I've been raking for a half hour, 40 minutes. So you know, the disturbance I caused when I cut the swim out was bad enough, and now I've raked 3 spots out. So just hope that the raking has clouded up the water a bit, get the prey fish investigating, which will get the pike investigating. If not, I've got 3 clear patches in the weed where the dead baits are sitting nice and proud. So you know, I'll go for it. I'm going to leave them there, set my traps are set. Another half hour, I should boost them with some oil, see if that helps. And I'm going to fish here all day, and I'm going to hope, because if I move along, I've just got to rake out more swims. So, the traps are set. If there's pike here, I'll catch them. If there ain't, I'll still catch them. I'll entice them. So here we go. Well, does effort equal reward? So far not. I've had a touch. Confidence is a bit low. Starting to feel a bit tired now from working all night as well. But on the positive side, plenty of cloud cover moving in, which I like. The weed cutting boats that went upstream. So there's debris coming down all the time now, so I can't even keep the baits as static as I'd like. You know, I've got to reel in every 15-20 minutes, reposition them. Otherwise, you know, they just get dragged under, loads of washing on the line. So there's positives and negatives. You know what I mean? So far, I ain't had a run. Don't even look like I'm going to get a run. But on the positive side, the sun's now virtually gone in. You know, there's plenty of cloud cover, so I'm hoping that with the overcast conditions this afternoon, maybe the pike could go on the prowl. I've got my baits in. I've got my baits in clear spots. You know, no issues there with presentation, as long as I keep them in the clear spots. You know, you deviate too far out or too far left or right, and then you're banging the weed again. So I've got them in the clear patches. Got to be in it to win it, and yeah, as they say. So yeah, so hopefully this afternoon can nab one or two, especially towards the evening. But at the moment, effort definitely does not equal reward. A long walk of shame. Time to get somewhere else, try and catch some fish. Okay. Can you hear me out of breath? Oh, let's get going, troops. Oh, getting too old for this. Quick pack up. I was battling against it all day. The weed cutting boats were about 100 metres from me when I decided to pack up. They were causing a hell of a racket, a disturbance. So wrapped everything up, started marching down the bank. Wouldn't you know it, as I'm loading up the car, the weed cutting boats came back. But you know, I had a snap decision to make. Do I sit there till it gets dark, or do I shift out and try and catch something? So I've shifted out and try and catch something, because you know, it's my only day off. So I need a pike. So I've marched all the way back to the car, loaded up, quick whiz round to the river. I'm on the river with them, King's Arms AC, and I just jumped in the first swim I could. I didn't want to waste any time going anywhere looking for clears, but I've just jumped in the first swim I've come to, and a kingfish has just gone whizzing out there. And there's a lot of floating green weed. I'll show you the swim. I've only got 2 rods out. You know, I'm a bit restricted in that sense, but a lot of the other swims left and right of me are virtually unfishable because of the floating green weed. So got 2 baits in the water, so we've got a chance. Let's see if we can catch some pike. There it is, the green bays. The slight breeze coming over my head, hopefully it's pushing a lot of that green stuff out. So down to the right, just off that tree, here's a whole Joey mackerel, single curved hook, size 4, mounted on a hair rig. And right out in front of me, whole sardine, single curved hook, size 4, again mounted on a hair rig. I'm in about 8-9 foot of water there. So we got baits in, we got a chance. Let me get a nice cold drink of lemonade. Worked up a right sweat. Got to change my footwear though in case I've got to get in get in amongst it. Let's get my wellies on, have a nice cold drink, and then hopefully we'll have some pike to show you. But that's it at the moment. It's not the greatest looking venue when it's got all this floating green crap on it. Let's see if we can catch some pike. Well, the question earlier was, does effort equal reward? Not always. It doesn't matter how much effort you put in. You're sat in a swim when there's no pike in front of you, you're not going to catch. So, you know, it's a tough day. I'm glad I went down that drain. I've got to put the hours in on there. There's, you know, I think there's rewards to be had, but that really is a hard drain to fish. I've had 4 sessions on there now. I've had 1 fish. It's, you know, it's a tough nut to crack, but sometimes you've got to persevere with venues if you've got a hunch about them, if you've got a feeling in your bones. But today weren't to be. The weed cutting boats were a pain. I mean, they got to do their job. But they were, you know, working up to about 50 metres away from me at one point, and she's not going to catch in those conditions. So come out onto the main. Come out, drove up to here. We had 2 hours to try and catch a fish. And the green, I'll show you in a minute, I'll spin it around. The green baize is slowly creeping at me. I think I'll have just enough daylight left to keep the rods out. I've only got about half hour, 40 minutes of daylight left, so it's, you know, it's going to be a tough one. You've watched, thanks for watching, really do appreciate it, and can't catch every time, but hopefully we'll winkle one out before the end. There's all the green stuff, look, slowly shrinking my available water to fish. I brought the rods close in, one there directly in front of me, and one down there on the right hand side by that overhanging tree. Hoping for one run, just one run to do me before it gets dark. Well, I say one run will do me. One run will do me if we hook and land it.